All right, wonderful people, you're welcome once again to another interesting episode of Random, and this is yet another special one because in the last few weeks now, we've been giving you wonderful personalities just like we've been doing from the very beginning. But this week is going to be very awesome because this is someone that has been around for a while, and the person is loved by many because of so many lives that she has impacted and so many beautiful things that you don't even know about her that you get to know about her today on this episode. Who is my guest on this week's episode of Random? No other person than Folakemi Mighty, the one we love to call Folakemi Mighty. You will meet her immediately after this break. Don't go anywhere. All right, you're welcome back, and finally, my guest is here. You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
You are the third female on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to have you. Although you should have been in season 1. But all right, you're welcome, man. Folakemi Mighty. Which is it?
It's Folakemi Mighty.
Folakemi Mighty.
Yes. And
Okay.
I think some people are more comfortable with Folakemi Mighty, but I will appreciate it if you call it Folakemi Mighty. Or if you call me Folakemi Mighty.
Folakemi Mighty. Where is that name from?
Okay, so I love to always answer this. And shout out to Femi Jaman.
Femi Jaman.
Yes, he was the one who picked that name for me.
Wow.
At my first radio station where I worked. It was during the first few weeks before we went on air. We always have these dry air checks, at the production. And then my first radio station then, they used to believe that for us who worked with Naija FM, which was a Pidgin and Yoruba based station, they used to believe that we should have a radio name, But me, I was comfortable with Folakemi. I just love Folakemi. So one of those air checks, we were talking, and then I say, Folakemi to Mighty, Folakemi to Shikika, I was just all those radio hypes. And then Jama said, yes, the way he talks. I think I like that Folakemi Mighty. I said, why? He said, because the way you look, people will be looking forward to someone who is tall and huge, exactly. And so then streaming was not this popular. Mm-hmm. So you felt like they will be, the way people want to put a face to the name in their head. And then so he says that, so Omar shocked when they
shock you,
and he really shocked a lot of people.
Exactly.
Because I remember the day Fola Bolumole, that's Chop Boy, the day he said, is this Folakemi Mighty? It is Kamwa. I said, he was looking forward to this and that and all of that. And I said, okay, so Femi Jaman did it. So for God, for some reason, the name stuck, and I've been carrying that name gracefully till now.
Folakemi Mighty means a lot of things to a lot of people. You said your first radio station. Before radio, who was Folakemi Mighty?
Well, before radio, I was a classroom teacher.
Interesting.
Yes.
What subject?
English language. I thought,
no, okay. Go on.
I taught English language. I taught phonetics. I taught Yoruba also. Primary school. I think at some point I taught CRS. At some point, can I remember? That's what this is making me remember. Yeah, CRS, social studies. But majorly, I taught English language. Very well.
So how do you transition from an English language teacher to a pidgin presenter on air?
Ask us how. It was tough because after my service year, I didn't want to be idle. Mm-hmm. Yes, I studied mass communication and I wanted to be on TV, not even radio. But I didn't get a TV job. It was days when it was only Galaxy TV and BCS. So those are the only TVs I went to, and NTA. Of course, NTA was from the federal level, so I didn't even try it. And I tried to, apply, went for auditions and all of that, but somehow it just didn't work. So I didn't want to be idle. So I went to apply as a teacher. And then I got the job at the private school. I taught for a long time and I enjoyed it.
For a long time?
Well, I call it long time.
I can't
I'm
remember.
not maybe 5 years.
It's already long already. 5 years, 6 years.
About 5-6 years,
wow.
Yes, before I went on radio in 2015.
Wow. So, going on radio, because I remember one of the things that came to my head when you were listening, the subjects you thought. You mentioned CRS, you mentioned Yoruba, you mentioned social studies. It's just like everything you've taught, they put it together and package it for you in your radio career.
Yes. Yes.
So now, your first radio station was Naija FM. That was what year?
2015, 16 till 2020, 2021.
It would be very difficult for anyone to think that you joined radio in 2021. You sound like, is it that you sound like, or your name, the weight that comes with your name, sounds like someone that has been on radio since the days of Aneke Agbaje. Yes, because that's just the truth, because the name Folakemi Mighty is very, very, very loud in the city of Ibadan, especially. So what happened? What did you use fertilizer? Oh. What did you use?
So you mentioning that now, I feel very humbled and quite emotional, I must tell you. And not to sound cliche, I want to return all the glory to God. Because now only you get the fertilizer. We can plant, is the only one that fertilizes. And then the speed of growth that He gave me, I do not take it for granted. I do not understand why, but I'm grateful, And then, like you said, it was as if my journey was coming towards radio. I didn't know I was learning. I didn't know I was being taught. I didn't know it was the process. So all of these put together probably made the journey look like, oh, she's been on radio for this long. But then it hasn't been too long. But God has been good.
God has been good. And trust me, I'm about to believe you have enjoyed radio so well.
Yes. Radio to me is a ministry. Not trying to sound religious. It's a ministry, it's a calling, and it is a privilege. Because when you open the microphone and speak, a lot of people know better than you. A lot of people have better voices than you. A lot of people can do programs than you. So you now open mic, people come, they hear you. Plenty people, professors, they hear you, doctors, they hear you, then they call you for advice. No be smart.
I sat down some years back now, to profile you, and then because I wanted to know one or two things about you, and then I realized that you did something that a lot of us on radio back then did not know and were not even aware of. And myself, even though I got to know it, but then I couldn't find myself to replicate it. And that was, you came in with a strategy. Now that strategy, I don't know if it is deliberate, which is where I'm going, or it was just God pushing you in that direction. Ibadan is a gospel town. People don't know. Ibadan is a gospel town. I tell people that when you check around Ibadan, most of the celebrities, national celebrities that have made it out of the city of Ibadan, check them very well. They have a gospel element. I'm talking of Mount Zion. Mount Zion at some point was the number one. I don't know if they are still the number one gospel movie, whatever. Ibadan is their base. Look at Yinka Efele. Yinka Efele is a Tuga master that is whatever. Gospel element was there. Anybody that, most of the celebrities, like I said, that made it out of Ibadan to the night, Afouda became a big thing back then. The gospel was part of this thing there. And so for me, I believe that the gospel community in Ibadan was massive. It's still massive till now. Yeah. But when you came in, you had a program on radio, which fed that particular community directly, especially the younger ones in that particular community who before now have not been carried along by the radio. Yeah. Because by then, gospel programs on radio, I'm talking about playing music and all this in time, Mama Bola, Fumi Aragbaye and all those stuff. But the younger generation and the gospel music younger generation that time, it was growing. So you came with your program and you find a way to put yourself or to serve that particular community, let me put it that way, because the gospel community, they have concerts, they have everything. Because I know that back then, anybody wants to have a concert that is gospel or anything, they tell the person, can you get to feature on Folakemi's program on Naija FM? So that was when I was like, who is that? Was when I got to know you, because then I was at a particular station then, and I was just trying, like, let me even check what other PJ presenters on other radio stations are doing. Then that was when I stumbled on your name. I asked around, somebody gave me your name. Then, like, what kind of thing is this particular person doing? And then I realized that this is what you were doing. But you were serving a community, a strategic community that is booming and everything. So my question now is, were you aware of this? Did you come in with that particular strategy? Was it like you sat down and profile that there's a particular community in Ibadan that is underserved? So as a Naija FM team, as we are coming in, let's try to focus on this particular community, let's serve them. Folakemi, I think you fit into this community. Was it a deliberate strategy, or God just pushed you into
it? Thank you for seeing it in that light. Well, I was just doing my duty. So where I worked then, they used to replicate programs. If they do this program in Lagos, they'll be doing the same in Ibadan, the same in Port Harcourt, the same in Abuja. And then I was placed to do Sunday best.
Sunday best.
It was
yes,
Sunday best. So I was placed to do Sunday best in Ibadan. And then they gave us the privilege to tag it with our name. The person doing it in Lagos then was Mama Sabina, whom I have so much respect for. Shout out to you, Mama. And then that was Sunday best with Sabina in Lagos. I was doing Sunday best with Folakemi Mighty in Ibadan. And then it did not come easy with me then, because when they give me duties, when anybody gives me a duty to do or a responsibility, first of all, I look at myself and say, will I be able to do it this much or this good, up to this person's expectation? And knowing that Lagos is rated up there, I feel like, well, so they gave me that duty. But because of my background, and then there's a way they can allow you to be flexible and do your thing in line with what the station wanted. You understand? So it was still the training that I had before radio that helped me to try the way I did, if you want to put it that way. So it was not my call. It was the call of the station. And God helped me to do it well.
Wow, interesting. Your time at Naija FM was beautiful.
Yes.
And I've heard you say it before, that you miss that station.
Yes,
what were the things that you miss about Naija FM?
Well, that station was
your first love.
It was my first radio love.
Yeah.
It was a station. I was a greenhorn then, but then it was very flexible. And the flow of our show was like a family thing, from morning till afternoon, the handover moments, the way they allow you to be yourself. And sometimes you can just forget that you're on radio, and it was like a family thing, So maybe because it was my first love, but of course, we are here now, and I'm equally enjoying what I'm doing with my current station.
That's nice. When you're talking about Naija FM now, it just reminds me of the steps I made that year. Oh God. I did everything possible to be on Naija FM, and that was when Naija FM, Lagelu FM, they came up at the same time. Then I was tired of where I was, and then I wanted to make a move. Then I called the person that I know that brought me on radio. He asked me to come over to Lagos. I went to Lagos. I met him. Told him, I had it on good authority that Naija FM is coming to you, but I said he's aware. So I want to be on that station. So he told me to do something. He sent me, he said I should prepare my profile and I should take it there. So go and meet Vicky. Vicky was the Alonzie. Yes, Vicky was the head of Beat FM. Yeah. So I think she was overseeing this thing. So Flexi called his friend in Naija FM Lagos. I can't remember the person's name now. The person said he's not that. The person said some things about power and separation of power.
Oh yeah.
That was just I am in Lagos. My jurisdiction does not what's it called now? Cannot extend to Ibadan. However, let him go and do this and do this and do this. So he may be lucky. And he told me, I said, let me try. So I got there, I met what is my friend's name? Oh, yeah. I've forgotten his name. You still? I think yes, in Ibadan. In Ibadan. No, not even. The person is not an OAP. He's one of the staff there. So it was one I met. Then there's this name, Big something. Is it Big J? Big Jim. Yeah, it was one that was doing an auditioning for people. So I went there. He said, "Okay." Unfortunately for me, I had kata that day. So he said, "I just got there. Vicky just said, from where?" So what's this? When I gave her my question, what's this? You know the way she speaks English. What's this? I said, this, my profile. I said, who I'm scared to do? I said, I just felt that it's necessary. I said, okay. So he just called, said I should go to the studio. I went to the studio. They recorded to me, said, they'll get back to me. And they never did. It was so painful. Because I loved Naija FM. I wanted to be on Naija FM. In fact, when Lagelu called me initially, I said I would get back. Because I was hoping that the Naija FM called. I said I would get back. I was hoping Naija FM called me, come through, but then he never came through. And then Lagelu came through. I said, it's all well and good. Let's play. Let's play. So I know that Naija FM was a big deal. It was a big deal because of the team. Because what they were trying to do was strange, pidgin, Ibadan, young people, and then the belts kind of, what's it called now? You used to have belts then too on all those radio, but there's a way they do theirs.
Theirs was kind of six hourly.
Yes. And that makes their presenters automatic celebrities.
Yeah.
Because it's like they have 6 hours of the spotlight on them and the whole city is listening and they can do and undo. Yes. That was what I wanted. That was one of the things I wanted, that I have 6 hours on radio. I'll just be doing that. But then, like I said, Naija FM came, they made a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen, and I can mention a lot of things. Beat FM, Naija FM, they disrupt a lot of things, and they seem to be on the lips of every young person. But unfortunately, along the line, some things happen. I know you may not want to say a lot of the things that happened, of course, for obvious reasons, because you still love them and you're still loyal to them. You're not a bitter. What's it called now?
It doesn't even pay to be bitter about anything, because one of my own principles is that wherever you pass through is a process. That is not your finish line. You're passing through. It's a journey. Sometimes you go to a place, just like vacation. You go to a place and it's 10 days vacation. You wish you want to spend 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but that's the end of your vacation. You have to leave because something else is waiting. So that's the way I say it personally.
But for the sake of this podcast and everyone listening, tell us, what was that experience like? Someone you've grown to call home, somewhere you've loved, you guys are together, a family, like you said, and then I don't know if it's exactly the way we had it. That one day said, everybody, you should take your leave. What was that experience like?
Well, it was heartbreaking, and of course we moved on. That was it, honestly.
How did you move on? For someone like you who have, like I said, it's your first radio love. You're coming from teaching.
All these podcasters.
No. I just say, because at that point you've made a name. You're already enjoying radio. So in my own mind, I want to believe classroom was not an option. That going back to the classroom was not an option.
It was part of my options.
Wow.
If I still have a chance now, I'll go back to the
That means you love teaching.
Yes.
I mean, that means you fell in love with teaching, because from your explanation earlier, it was not what you set out to do initially. You just stumbled on it when the auditionings were not working out to be on TV. So
not that I stumbled on it.
Okay.
For me, I was not optimistic about getting radio, TV, or broadcast job.
Okay.
So I was ready to settle for teaching.
Okay. So that means you love teaching.
Yes, I love teaching, and I don't think I'm a regular teacher. With all sense of humility, I am not a regular teacher. So I didn't see it as a punishment. I didn't see it as I ricochet per se. You understand? I love teaching and I wouldn't mind going back to teaching. I was just telling one of my girls that I could go back to teaching if they would employ me as a voluntary teacher. Yeah. So, but of course, I didn't want to leave broadcast suddenly. Yeah. Because I remember that my first teaching job was not even after I graduated. It was when I finished secondary school. Wow. When I was trying to get into the tertiary institution. It was a private school. In my area, Mrs. Odu was the owner. I can't remember the name of this. I can't remember what it was gonna. I went there. I told her I wanted to teach because I love to teach. It wasn't because I needed money. You understand? I mean, the secondary school girl, what would I need money for per se? And she got me. And I was just referring to one of my students today, and that gave me so much joy. He was brought from the east to come and be a house elf for a particular family. But I think that he is also a member of that family, that kind of extended. But he was older than primary school. But he had no choice than to start with primary school. So they posted him to my class. And I didn't want him sitting with the rest of the children because he was quite older. So I made him sit beside me. And we learned together. And then somehow God gave me speed from ABC to sounding bata, 2-letter or 3-letter or 4-letter words and all of that.
You need to start from that, from ABC.
Yes,
wow.
I just have ABC with him. And then sporadically, he just gained that speed. And then I think within 1 year, he was able to do common entrance within 1 or 2 years. And then to secondary school. Wow. And I don't think he spent 3 years in GSS before he did GSS 3 exams, and all of that. And someday I was just, because I grew up in Ife, I was just walking through the streets of OAP, and then he tapped me. I can't remember his name. How are you saying that? So what are you doing? I said, he's telling me. Right now I'm emotional already. I felt really happy. I mean, maybe someday he's going to remember that part of his story. Maybe it doesn't, but I remember and I feel happy. A couple of messages that comes through my DM these days. So, Auntie, you can't remember me. You used to call me this. Because I'm fond of calling my students nicknames. So for me, teaching is not a ricochet for me. It's also part of my purpose.
So when that particular devastating news came, teaching was still an option.
It was still an option, but I was not stable enough to go directly to the classroom. So I didn't pick up teaching at that time before I now got another offer.
Was it a letter or?
It was a message.
SMS.
I don't care what it was.
It was a message. Okay. Did you cry?
Yes, I did cry.
Okay. Did you like crying normally? No, as an emotional person, there are some people that are.
Who likes crying?
There are some people, there are some people that when they are happy, they cry. Yes. When they are sad, they cry. When they watch a movie, they cry. When you buy gift for them, they cry. When they receive touchy message, they cry. Are you that WhatsApp group?
Folakemi Mighty.
Okay, so you're.
I think I'm an admin on that WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So immediately when the news of you people, it wasn't like a total heartbreak message. Anyways, it was just you people have to step aside for now. Because of so reason, which was acceptable at that time, you understand, because it was the COVID-19 period. So that was part of, the reasons and all of that we had to, blah, 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 and all of that. And when it happened, I was also encouraging people that, it's not the end of the world. My mouth was, but when at night, I was supposed to go to work, it was a working day. And I remember, I was supposed to do my show prep because normally do it. Then I remember that there's no show prep for now. Yeah, I will go back. But for me, after I cried, I consoled myself. And I said, Folakemi, did you fulfill your purpose for the number of years you were on radio with this station? And I started asking myself, did you support people? Did you say the right words? It was like my own rapture of radio that time. I was asking myself, she got that real and I started asking myself, and I started reminiscing and taking notes and all of that. But my father always said to me, wherever you find yourself, whatever situation or position, it is a test. use it well. So for me, it was a period of reckoning. Did you do well? Upcoming artist, gospel artist. What did you say that?
Without at the risk of sounding what's it called now, I must give you kudos for that, because trust me, like I said, I may not be a gospel industry person, but then I have quite a number of people. When it comes to support, you really supported a lot of people. And like I said, that time, the thing is, you want to have any gospel show, is a concert, talk to Folakemi Mighty. She can bring you on her show. You can get to talk about your show, and that means a whole lot to a lot of course. Of course, I was also an artist then, even though I was not gospel artist. I was a comedian. But then in the secular whatever. But then I remember very, very well that's what's it called now? That support. It went, and it still goes a long way, because most of those artists, we can still see them around now, and none of them can tell us their story without telling us that Folakemi Mighty did this, she did that. And I think this should be something for anybody that is still there on radio. And then people will come, you come across a lot of people. The truth of the matter is that you cannot help everybody.
Yes.
But see, the little ones, the few ones you can help, try as much as possible to help in your own way, like Folakemi did. And today we are celebrating. So, Naija FM, it happened the way it happened, and then it moved on.
Yes.
Moved on. What were the things you did immediately after that?
I started my podcast.
Nice one.
And it was Gist with Daughter. That was the name. It was not looking like podcast then.
You should know that
I should know I started something, because it was during COVID and everybody was doing different things. And I had this idea that I'm still struggling with till today. But in the bathroom yesterday, I had another revelation about it. That was like a consolation for me. So I started Gist with Daughter, where I had a lot of people come on the show online, and then it also exposed me to a lot of people, a lot of personalities.
What's the full name of Daughter? Because I know your daughter is D-O-T-A. Exactly.
So it is Daughter of the Almighty. She's like an acronym.
Okay.
Yes. And then it went on and on like that for a couple of times. Before then, the network became saturated, and then
everybody
it was not smooth. Everybody was
online.
Everybody was at home. Everybody was live. People were doing live and all of those. But at some point, everybody just blew with it, and then I stopped it. Then of course I had offered to do some independent programs, which was a Robbery then, and then of course my MCing was still there, although it was not as active during COVID. And then I also went to, when COVID was fizzling out, I also went to focus on my Alaga business and all of those, a lot of things. Thinking about it, I did a lot of things, but for some reason, everything aligned. It was not as if I was doing this and that. I did some other businesses too. Before I fully came to West Midlands Communications, Lagelu FM.
You've been at West Midlands now for like how many years?
It should be about 5 plus. I guess it's 5 years.
How's it been so far?
It's been very, very challenging and different and good at the same time. I didn't know I could speak that much Yoruba. I mean, on radio. Because when I was a Yoruba teacher, it was many years ago, I went to visit my sister, who was a teacher at a private primary school. But they were not teaching Yoruba. The proprietaries wanted her to teach Yoruba. Like the way they give people all subjects to teach. So it was Yoruba period when I went to visit them. So they were sitting there, they were doing nothing. And I was like,
Yoruba.
The children will not do anything. So I said, okay, let me teach them something. So she obliged. And I wrote the Ishelo Gushe for them. And then they learned it. They wrote it out and they learned. It was a free class. I think the proprietors didn't mind if you teach them, if you taught them or not. So it was a free class. I wrote it for them and all that. Then I taught them 2 songs that I used to sing in primary school as Yoruba. And then somehow they were singing the song. And I said, who taught you this song? Auntie's sister came. She now called me and said, would I teach them? I said, why not? She said, it's only once in a week. I said, yes, now. It was a Friday and I had time on my side. So I went to that, started teaching them. So that was the Yoruba part. But you know the way it is with language. If you don't practice, you don't do it frequently, you lose
besides speaking it on radio, it's
a whole lot because, So when I got on Lagelu FM, I was excited that I was coming. I took up the challenge. I know I was a Yoruba girl. I'm a Yoruba girl and I think I should try. So Lagelu is another family setting entirely. It's quite, my show makes it very homely. And then sometimes even my radio partners ask me, are you sure I'm not truly married to these people? Because of the radio, the couple show, it was as if I have a husband on radio, then I have mother-in-law, I have people our listeners have put themselves in different positions, friends of husband, younger sister and all of that. So anytime we had a physical appearance or an event, it's always like a family family setting, a family event, like an OAP for us. So it has gradually become a lifestyle for me. Lagelu FM has become a lifestyle for me, and I'm enjoying it. I have the privilege of having a show also with Splash FM, which I co-anchor with some other two colleagues and all of that. Ladies Lounge is also a time of although I see that you're a very vulnerable show because we talk a lot. Ladies Lounge, you're relaxed.
I listen from time to time.
So people who do not know some of us, and if you listen like 2 or 3 times, you can say, this kind of person like this person is and all of that. But in all, it's been really good.
So you've had the privilege of hosting a show in Fiji?
Yes.
In Yoruba?
Yes.
In English?
Yes.
Can you compare and contrast the reception of the 3 languages on radio in Ibadan?
Yoruba has more reception. Pidgin does have, but not as much as Yoruba. English has its own audience differently, So, and then that's to compare with the listenership. With the acceptance, I think Oyo State people are more comfortable with you speaking Yoruba. Though it's now international because people listen online from different countries. But you also find out that people who are in different diaspora also want to feel home. So they enjoy listening to Yoruba show more, than maybe any other. I feel, English also, as like I said, because it's like an education state, an academic state also, English too has its own wide audience if you want to judge with that.
Now, so let me quickly ask, this is you've been in the industry at least for like 10 years now, by my calculation, from what is 10 years plus. So, with the benefit of all that you know now, if you have to do anything differently, what would you have done differently?
On radio. This one is a professional question. It's a certificate.
What would you have done differently?
I would do the same thing, but maybe better. I'll do it with more intentionality. I'll do it with I'll just do better.
Okay, so I think we should just we should let radio be for now. You've done a lot of other things. You listed quite a number the other time. You've done Alaga, you've anchored events. How far with the Alaga business? Because the first time I heard that you do Alaga, I was like, Folakemi. Because the personality that I know, because the people that I know that are usually doing the Alaga stuff, they always all these Alakwepe, all these what's it called? I don't know how to the right word. I'm trying to find the right Yoruba word.
They are bubbly people.
They are extreme extrovert. Let me put it that way. The few ones that I used to know, although these days I've been seeing people who are not necessarily extrovert like that. Of course, someone like you and other people who I see that are you not doing like how come? Impossible now, because that Alaga thing, I see the people doing it as superhuman because I'm a very shy person. So everything they are doing is always especially when I now see a man. Oh Jesus, it's not. I was at a wedding and the man was not even he's a big person. He's on the big side. And the man was dancing. I was like, he was like this. It's like I should just enter the ground. I don't know him. I I was not talking to him. I was just sitting on my own table. But I was so ashamed.
I know.
I don't know. So for you as a person, how did the Alaga thing? How did it came to be? And how are you able to manage or cope with it with your personality?
This is a lot, and shout out to all my Alagas listening right now or watching. So I will say that my first Alaga was long before I got on radio.
Wow.
It was long before I even started being an MC. I would say Alaga is like the first I started doing, or I had the privilege to do before radio and MCing. Before MCing and radio, what's it called? Because my first MC I was about 10 years old when I was called to be somebody's MC way back. Because the way people see me as introvert, I don't understand. But people feel I talk and they call me to come and do somebody's birthday. I was even, because that person is even older than me. So, and it was that person's 10th birthday. So I was not even 10 then. Wow. And I did it well. I can remember vividly. I can remember the compound. I can remember our activities, the dancing around the chairs and everything. I can remember right now, way back in Layoff State. But then the Alaga I did, I feel in my heart that I can do something like that, but differently. Then my mom used to sing to everything. Growing up, she used to sing to kids. She just used to sing and dance in these shits. I have a replica, a kind of stature. And then she can look at you and say, Afouda, you know, she just has a way of just. So that I can say naturally I got it from her. Then one of my cousins was getting married. Our Alaga was absent, and then they asked me to come and do it, and that was the first Alaga. And I did it without being trained, and I did it well. Wow. You know. So and it was easy for me because she was marrying Igbo, so we needed to speak English and Yoruba. So for me, I would say that I've been able to pull through the Alaga thing because people have different needs. People have different expectations. People have different reservations when it comes to traditional weddings. So some of my clients will give me what they want. We don't want all of this. We don't want all of this. We want this. We want this. We want it this way and all of that. So I do my own Alaga according to specifications. However, I'm not able to do it in some certain ways. When I'm not able to do it in some certain ways, I call some of my colleagues to join me. So to do maybe the duro, I do the joko, or the other way around.
No, it's just recently I got to know that there's a difference between Alaga and Alaga joko.
Yes. The difference is that the joko is the spokesperson for the bride. They are the ones receiving the groom's family. So they are seated. They are waiting. They are in joko. They are waiting for you to come and bring your proposal and say that you take care of their children and introduce the family and all of that. But the duro is coming to stand and say, hey Joe, we want this. These are proposal and all of that. And you see that some of those dramas, you see that the Joko is sitting and then she's snoring and they're saying that they're waking her up because she's the one that is going to deliver their message to the bride's family. So the person speaking for the bride's family is a Joko, and the Iduro is the one speaking for the grooms, which is the Iduro. However, way back then, it was not a profession like that. It was just a duty of the Yawole. The Yawoles were the ones who did Alaga then, or the elderly Yawole who knows a lot about the family, who can introduce, say their origins, say what they do and all of that, who have seen the bride grow and they can say that, oh, she is going to Iliopo. And of course, I stand to be corrected with my senior Alagas. And then the Duro also. It makes
a whole lot of sense the way you explain it.
You understand? Yes.
If the person is an Yawele, like I've said, the person knows everybody.
Yes.
Knows about the wife.
Yes.
So when she's saying, she's talking not from information that she has gathered, from what she knows.
Yes.
Because she has witnessed everything firsthand.
Exactly.
So now you
and
guys
that's why they collect the Yawole also, you know. So these days that they have professionals that they pay, they are bound to collect Yawole for those ones who are actually in the house.
Original.
Exactly.
Owner of the duty.
And so that's why these days sometimes when some Alagas build some family, say that we have someone who can do it in the family. We have this. It was really a family affair before it became a profession that people are paid.
All these, I don't want to call them use misunderstandings. All these competition or dragging, small that we see at weddings where between the Alaga Drew and Alaga joke, what is I want to do this. Is it part of the theatrics, the game, or is just misunderstanding for real?
So sometimes it's part of the game, but as humans, some people take it overboard. You understand? And you see the hostility. It's even glaring.
It's usually
sometimes.
A power tussle.
Exactly. And for me, it's embarrassing. When the associations come to do their meetings, they know that naturally the Joko is an hierarchy, higher than the Iduro, where you are expected to give them the respect, where you're expected to talk less as the Iduro, because you are the one pleading for the wife. You understand? But sometimes you want to show that you know more songs. You want to show that you wear better clothes. You want to show that you know more people, or you know how to, play your way around and make more money. All of those things are just not necessary, because most of the time your clients have paid you. Why are you coming to make their party a place where you're just going to be exchanging words and all of that? Not all Alagas do that, I must say. Yeah, a lot of people are becoming more professional, more modern.
One of the best things an Alaga can do for anybody is to stick to time. They have that time issue, and that is one of the few weddings I've attended where I've seen an Alaga being embarrassed. Is due to time mismanagement of time.
Exactly.
When we say you should stop it now.
Exactly.
End it now. At the end of the day, DJ will play, because they wouldn't end. They wouldn't stop. They will just continue dragging it and collecting money.
So till now, we still have those kind of issues, but it is getting better, I must say. We saw a trend lately when a woman was talking, and then the DJ played a song in an insult to the Alaga, and she replied and said, "It's your mama that you're talking to, blah 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 blah," and all of that.
There's always Alagas and DJs. They are never agree.
Alagas and DJs, Alagas and live bands. They are always. So for me, I think it's important for you as the Alaga to get early to your events, introduce yourself to the DJ or the live band. Try to quickly tell them or put them through what you intend to do, how long you intend to do it. Because at the end of the day, like we say, Kusento can bring a party. We all came out to make money. You understand? The DJ too wants to make his money. The live band too wants to sing so that he can make more money. And most importantly, satisfy his client. But when there is time shortage, they feel that these things will not land well. So that's why they fight. So I say that plan your time. How many minutes left? Do it, and then let others also do it. There are other vendors. People want to feed. People want to do a lot of things. A lot of vendors. It's not the Alaga alone that is coming to that place. You understand? And then the couples these days, just so we don't lose the value of this traditional wedding, don't frustrate these couples. They want to change 2 or 3 times. They're only wearing their traditional wear, and you're taking all the time. It's not fair on them. Some parents also want to cater to their...
Especially when you guys take your leave immediately after your own part.
Exactly. And then, so you've done your own, you're taking the time,
drag and then everything, take your time, and then you leave. So other people are struggling with it. Yes.
Alaga is also, sometimes there's also a clash between clerics and Alagas. Yes. Both the Islamic clerics and even the, so these things are not necessary. I think it's important that we put the satisfaction of our clients on our top list, so that whatever you have to do it. Especially when you've been paid. All the monies that we make is just icing on the cake. You understand?
So when the icing becomes more than the cake, it becomes something else.
Yeah. And then you know that money spending is also part of our culture, especially in the Yoruba setting. You want to show that you're coming to marry this girl and you are capable. So show us the money. All of those things is important also, because all of these things give variety to you. But then everything should be done in one.
I really wish to be under your administration. Under your Alaga administration one day, because all those are I'm trying to picture you doing all those their songs and their dancing.
I'm going to show you some clips. I'm going to show you some clips.
Interesting. So how do you do this? I still manage to be a corporate MC now, because both are kind of directing the program. You can say both are one and the same. Moderating exactly. Yes. But still, it's like one is on. They are on two different sides, two extremes. Exactly, they are on two extremes. So how do you combine the experience of being an Alaga with that of being a corporate MC?
The funny thing is that my dressing to Alaga is completely different from when I'm going to the MC. You understand? So it's just you attending to your duties. Just saying, how do I even say it? You don't do it because your duty.
Which do you enjoy the most? Corporate events Or Alaga, where you are dancing and singing. Or you're just standing up, Mr. Chairman.
Corporate event is more relaxing. Corporate event, I don't have to kneel down and stand up and dance and do all of those things, It's more relaxing for me. And yes, before my clients on the Alaga side say that, if you say you don't enjoy it, I enjoy it. But it's more relaxing. I don't have to do a lot of physical activity. You understand?
Corporate is more of mental activity.
Yes, that's Alaga is super mental, Babani.
Wow.
Because it's in sequence. The first thing is you're welcoming the family of both couples. You're bringing a family in. You have to learn a lot of songs. Some are from Ila, some are from Igbo, some is Eko, some is Egba, so you have to learn a lot of songs. You understand? And those songs, Lilokori Okuni, Nikomo, you understand? So it's also a lot of mental work if you are intentional about it. If you see it as a job on its own.
Wow. If you see it as a job on its own. So that is for the corporate and the Alaga. So you've been in Ibadan for how long? This is one part of this podcast that I always look forward to.
Afouda.
I love talking about Ibadan.
It's been for a while. But give and take, I'll say 25 years.
25 years, wow.
Yes, but the media brought me out. That's what I mean.
You've been, so you're my senior.
Yes, sir.
I got to Ibadan 2005. That's 21 years now.
Mine would be 2000. But the fact is that I was, of course, people come to Ibadan, and go Ibadan 2000.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, so you've been around for a while now in Ibadan, and of course, you've been a major player in the industry. So you've met people, you've heard things, you've seen things, and a lot. What do you make of the whole industry as a whole?
Just like every other industry, Ibadan media is very peculiar, and without trying to compare with other states, I feel that we are very good. I feel that we have our own peculiarities, and we have a lot of brains in the city of Ibadan and Oyo State as a whole. In summary, that's what I'd say.
All right. What's the biggest, the most what's it called now? Let me not use the word biggest. Let me say, what's the most shocking thing you've heard about yourself in this same Ibadan that makes you wonder, okay, let me know.
A lot, and then it's just amazing. And then when I hear some things about myself, I ask myself, I mean, and then for me, it's just like a learning. Every time I hear it, it's like a learning curve. I like it. Some I don't. Some is like self-realization for me. So shocking in both negative and positive ways. Yeah. You understand? There are different things that I hear about myself, and I'm happy. Some I'm sad. Some weighs me down for so long, and I'm like, and all of that. But in all, I always remember what my father says. He would say, so sometimes it's only someone that is alive that people talk about. So you should be grateful.
That people talk about. I remember that song by Tubaba. Nobody talks about you, then you're nobody. Exactly. That's a beautiful way to look at it. That's a beautiful way to look at it, because trust me, the truth of the matter is that people will always talk. People will always talk. Someone say if you do, they will talk. If you don't, they will talk. They will just find something to say. So it's just good to know that. Then bring it on. But have you ever felt? Have you ever felt defensive that you feel like I should put out a statement?
Never.
I should put out a statement to
debunk. No.
This particular
because of so so people, if I'm not sure I've even heard people come to meet me face to face and say that we heard this and this about you. No, I've just heard people say that but I will believe or I will believe. It's left to you. You say what you heard, and you tell me why I should explain to you. And if you're worth it, I will explain to you if it's going to make you better.
Interesting. It's been random, and of course, it's Folakemi Mighty on Random today. We've talked about media, Ibadan, and a whole lot of things. Lastly, finally, before I let you go, I must touch on something, and that is you are fond of. There's no time that I've known you in the past how many years? The past how many years now? I don't know. For how long? For as long as I've known you, there's no time that you are ever alone. You are always in the company of a young lady. Different young ladies, and they have grown. I've known like two at some point. And tell me about that. Is it a deliberate thing that at every point in time I must have someone I'm mentoring? Because like I said, I observe a lot. And I've seen that a lot of them have grown to become more like a daughter to you. You have them there, you have them everywhere, and from time to time, just like this one don't graduate from Folakemi University, and that person is already in now. Tell me what this arrangement is like? Something you intentionally do, or something you inherit?
I think it's just by nature that I have people around me. Yeah, it's just. A palace is never empty.
A palace is never empty. I like that. Okay, so what's the last one happened? Yeah. I have another last one because of time, and I'm trying to release you early, but then I still have to touch on certain things. What does it feel like to be a mother of a fine boy, teenager?
Very challenging. Raising a Gen Z. For all the parents of Gen Z, I say kudos to you. It's very challenging. But it's a big privilege, and I'm grateful to God for it.
Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been random, and of course, it's Folakemi Mighty.
Yes.
Folakemi Mighty on the podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming around. Thank you so much for all the beautiful things you've been doing. Thanks for all the beautiful things you've been doing. Thank you so much. A lot of us are watching, and I know that if I could be watching, a lot more people are watching that may never have the privilege to sit down with you like this and let you know that they've observed this and this and this and this about you. Thank you for all the things you do. Thank you so much for continuing to be a leading light, because trust me, Ibadan is big, but at the same time Ibadan is small. Ibadan is big, at the same time Ibadan is small, because especially the media industry seems big, but at the same time it is small. When we on Primus, there are sometimes we do surveys and everything, just realize how small Ibadan is. Because by the time we put out a particular question, just realize that people are circulating the same name. Just like 10 names everybody is talking about, everybody is circulating. So Ibadan it seems so big, but yet so we can't find more than this number of people for this particular thing. It's big, that's just the truth, but it's just it says a lot. It says
and I also want to say that when Ibadan choose you, they stick to you.
Once
they drop you, they've dropped you. I don't want to say you're in trouble, but they've dropped you. I also must say thank you, because there are a lot of podcasts out there, and then a lot of for me, I always say that it's a privilege to sit and talk to a lot of people. People will pick the good things. They will also pick the good things, again. So I hope that this goes far, and I hope that it blesses someone.
I'm so confident of that. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't. Subscribe to the channel and watch out not just for the podcast, but for the news and analysis that we drop daily on Afouda Samuel's channel on YouTube. Thank you so much. Afouda Samuel is my name. Thanks to Mr. Kenny Adedire behind the camera. Thank you so much. God bless you. And thank you so much for coming around, for watching. God bless you.